This video is a recording from the MenProvement Podcast, brought to you by MenProvement.com, the #1 self-improvement resource strictly for men. Go there today to see all podcasts, improve yourself as a man, and get access to 3 free ebooks, including one that will help you triple your testosterone naturally. Thank you and enjoy.
Ready to take your life to the next level? Then you're in the right place. Get all the information you need to be better, improve everything, and live life like a pro. This is the MenProvement Podcast with Sean Russell.
Today I have a very special show for you. It's actually not very special, but there is no guest today. So it's just going to be me telling you how to triple your testosterone. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't hate the sound of my voice, but I have a lot of great information on this topic, and it actually works out better because I can straight tell you the 12 steps to literally triple your testosterone, straight up, no questions, no bullshit, and straight to the point. I did have a guest for today's show, but something happened and she lost internet. So next week we're going to have that, and it's actually Kazia Noble from KaziaNoble.com, and I'm going to grill her and pick her brain on how regular guys can get perfect 10s, because she is a perfect 10 and she teaches guys how to successfully meet women. And I've got a million questions for her. I've got some user questions that you guys sent in, so it's going to be awesome. But today I'm going to teach you how to boost your testosterone naturally and even triple it. Before we jump into things, I just want to give a quick shout out to our new show sponsor. Now, I haven't had a show sponsor on this podcast yet because everyone who contacted me had pretty much nothing to do with improving men's lives. And I don't like when I listen to a podcast and I have to hear about Squarespace.com when I'm listening to a podcast about sex. It has nothing to do with anything. But I was contacted by a company called Combatant Gentleman, who is an online menswear company whose mission is to help guys dress smarter for cheaper, essentially. And what's different about these guys is they, along with having their own factories, they plant their own cotton and they actually raise their own sheep. They have 0 middlemen and 0 markups, meaning they can offer full 100% Italian wool suits for only $160. Their chinos are $35, their dress shirts are $25, and their ties are only $14. And their caliber of clothing is beautiful. If anyone else with the same caliber of clothing tried to do these prices, they would probably go out of business. They also offer free shipping and free returns, so you don't have to have any worry about getting stuck with something you don't like. And they have slim and modern fits, so you don't have to be a model to fit into their clothes. So I'm really pumped about having them as a sponsor. I really think they can improve your life, and their clothes can save you a lot of money while making you look great. So head to combatgent.com and use the code MENPROVEMENT during checkout to get a free tie with any purchase. Now, before we start, I want to let you know that everything that I say in this podcast is supported by scientific facts. And if you go to menprovement.com/MPP011, you will find the link to the article that I wrote, which is How to Boost Testosterone Naturally, the Ultimate Guide, which will contain every source that backs up all the information I'm talking about here, with links to these sources. There's over a dozen, and links to other helpful things that can help you do all this stuff. So I'm not just spouting out bullshit. I'm not just lying. I'm not just saying something that I heard on another YouTube channel. I've studied this topic extensively. I've written multiple articles on it. I have, like I said, found over a dozen sources and studies proving that everything I talk about here is real. So I'm pretty competent when it comes to this. And if you do everything that we talk about here, which is all easy and natural and doesn't require any dangerous chemicals, you can literally triple your testosterone. We had a reader comment on my post, How to Boost Testosterone Naturally, who at the age of 60 used only diet alone to take his testosterone from 310 nanograms per deciliter to 914 nanograms per deciliter. And that's diet alone. He literally tripled his testosterone at age 60. And Brett from The Art of Manliness also doubled and almost tripled his testosterone. I link out to that article as well, just using a diet alone. So that's only one of the 12 steps that I talk about here. I will tell you exactly what they did, and then I'll tell you 11 things more. So you can literally triple your testosterone. Imagine what that can do for you in sports, athletics, your sex life, and just how you feel. So we're going to get into all that and more. I'm pretty excited about it. Thanks for being here, and we'll jump right in. Before we get into the ways to boost your testosterone, I just want to talk about the dangers of actually having low testosterone, because I don't think guys realize how dangerous this really is. It is estimated that over 14 million men currently suffer with low testosterone levels. Studies have shown that men with low testosterone have a 33% higher increase in death than men with healthy testosterone. That's wild, and I link to that source in my article and in the show notes. Another study shows that men with testosterone deficiency have an 88% increase in the risk of mortality in comparison to men with healthy testosterone levels. So literally, low testosterone can be killing you right now. This is really important stuff. And this podcast is going to help you stay out of that 88% and not be one of those 14 million men who currently suffer with testosterone deficiency. How do you know if you have low testosterone? This is a very good question. And essentially, low testosterone is diagnosed when levels fall below 300 nanograms per deciliter. Honestly, that's super low testosterone. I would say that your testosterone should be up in the 700s to 900s and even higher if you want. Back in the day, over 100 years ago, it was estimated that testosterone was double what it is now. So low testosterone back then is probably considered good testosterone now, but that's still not acceptable. So don't go by those standards. But symptoms of low testosterone include low sex drive, difficulty achieving erections, low semen volume, hair loss, fatigue, and lack of energy, body fat, mood changes like depression. You can have a decrease in bone mass, and there's a lot more symptoms. So what I recommend you do is, if you're feeling any of these or you have a shitty diet and you suspect that you are probably low on testosterone, you can head to your MD and ask him to give you your testosterone panels and hormone panels and test them for you, and they can do that. If you can't do that, I link in the show notes to a website where you can get a $55 complete hormone panel. They send it to you, you do what you got to do and send it back, and they give you your results, I guess, in a PDF. Either way, I recommend you get your levels tested. So even if you do jump on this boost your testosterone plan, you can see how much it worked after 1 to 3 months. So you might be wondering, why is our testosterone so low and why is it decreasing every year? Because it is decreasing every year. And I don't know if you ever saw that movie with Clive Owen where there's no more fertile men on the planet, but we might be heading to that, and it's scary. For starters, every day we are putting crap into our bodies. We eat the diet that's fit for a barnyard animal. Our cultures sees meats and fats as the enemy, while carbs and sugars are treated like gold. And high fructose corn syrup is in almost everything you buy. It's crazy. You're ingrained at a young age to believe that you're supposed to eat cereals and breads and everything because people make a lot of money off of them. But in reality, this shit is literally lowering your testosterone and destroying you. Sugars are destroying you from the inside out. You're supposed to eat a high-fat diet, and we'll talk about this more. The second reason is that every day crap is being pumped into our bodies. Heavy metals, fluorides, chlorine, pesticides, dioxins, and other dangerous chemicals are in water bottles, foods, processed foods we eat, the stuff, the lotion that we put on our skin, the shampoo we use, even sunscreen. It's all filled with crap. and it's destroying men's endocrine systems. And I actually watched an amazing documentary on this that I'll link to in the show notes as well, that shows the decline over the last couple decades because of all these toxins in our testosterone and semen volume and sperm mobility. And it honestly is scary because it seems like we're leading to an infertile planet. That's very scary. And the third reason, amongst many that we'll just cover real quick, is because we're very nutrient deficient. And that's because our diets are so bad. And we just lack the nutrients that our body needs to create testosterone. Vitamin D also is one of them, that a deficiency in vitamin D plagues almost 85% of people in America. And this is because we're not getting enough sun. We're doing long office hours. We overuse sunscreen. And that's a big one, because if you're vitamin D deficient, then you're going to be testosterone deficient. So without further ado, we'll jump into how you can beat all this bullshit and boost your testosterone, even triple your testosterone naturally. So enjoy this, because it can honestly change your life. The first step to increasing your testosterone naturally is to obviously change your diet. Like I said before, we've had readers that have commented who have tripled their testosterone through diet alone. Brett from The Art of Manliness tripled his testosterone through diet alone. For the last 3 years, I've been eating a solid diet, so I actually have not had the chance to go from super low testosterone to super high testosterone, but I still know a lot about it, and I see it in other people and help other people do it. So what do you need to change in your diet? First off, you need to stop eating the ridiculous sugars and shitty processed junk foods and drinking sodas. This sugar is destroying our endocrine systems. It's so bad for us. Seriously, it is putting our body in a total non-anabolic state. This even includes breads and pastas. If you want to feel the strongest effects of testosterone boost, then breads, candy, all that shit has got to go. And trust me, if you're really dedicated to this, it's not hard to switch and get rid of all that stuff. It might seem daunting now, but it's actually an amazing, life-changing move. So what should you eat? You should eat more fat. You might not have heard, but in the last decade or so, it's been proven that fat and cholesterol is not going to kill you, all right? You need cholesterol to make testosterone. Literally, testosterone is made out of cholesterol. And if you didn't have any cholesterol in your body, you wouldn't have any testosterone. And what's funny is that we have been taught as a society that cholesterol is the cause of heart attacks and all things like that. Well, I'm saying it right now. It has been proven that there is no relation between cholesterol intake and heart attacks, as doctors once thought. And this is not just me saying it. If you go to the show notes and go to the article I wrote, you will see multiple sources that prove this. I will link to books that you can read that will change the way you see this and that will prove it. I'm not going to spout nonsense and talk about how the pharmaceutical companies are lying to you, which they are, because they make a lot of money on cholesterol lowering medication. And this cholesterol lowering medication might as well be called testosterone lowering medication, Lipitor, statins. It's a joke. And doctors who were educated 30 years ago in med school were taught this. So it's not really their fault. They were taught this, that cholesterol is bad, and now it's still ingrained in them. And if you go to your doctor and he's 60 or 70, he's going to laugh at you and say, no, cholesterol is still horrible. But it is changing, and I guarantee in 10 years, when the new doctors that are being educated now with all the information we have, it's going to be different. Maybe not that different, because the pharmaceutical companies still pretty much write the medical school agenda and course list. So, but we now know. We know that cholesterol is not bad. We know that it doesn't cause heart attacks. And more people are writing books about this and articles, because the studies are out there, the hard proof's out there. It's not just hearsay anymore. And it's and you need to hop on it, because it's the number one thing you can do to boost your cholesterol. This is how Brett from Art of Manliness doubled his testosterone. He said he was eating fucking bacon every day, bacon and eggs every day, doubled his testosterone, lowered his bad cholesterol, was healthier afterwards. Literally. Same with the guy who commented on our post. Same with me. Cholesterol is your friend, but that doesn't mean go out and pound greasy burgers. So what should you eat? Good sources of cholesterol include eggs. This is the best one. You should be eating eggs every morning for breakfast. 3 eggs. Don't be scared of the yolks. Don't throw the yolks out and eat an egg white omelet. That is the stupidest thing you could ever do. Those yolks are so good for you. Avocado, nuts, oils like coconut oil, olive oil, butter. Eat a lot of butter. Butter is good for you. Remember when they said butter was bad for you 10 years ago? Don't listen to everything you hear in the mainstream media. Educate yourself. You should eat meats. You can eat fish. You can take omega-3 fish oil. All these are great for you and will help boost your testosterone. So other than fat, what else should you eat? You need to eat a lot of high cruciferous vegetables. What these are broccoli, cauliflower, and veggies like this. These help control your triglycerides, and they actually reduce estrogen level in your body. And when there's a reduction in estrogen, that means your body can have more testosterone. Seriously, when your estrogen rises, your testosterone naturally lowers, and vice versa. So, are there any carbs that you can eat? Of course there are. Not all carbs are enemy. You can have fruit once in a while. Don't eat too much because sugar is not that good for you. Even fruit all the time is not ideal for you. You could have sweet potatoes and black beans. Like I said, your veggies. You can have lentils and things like this. You don't have to go crazy. Honestly, you don't have to go nuts. But if you just drop all the shitty sugars, stop eating breads and cereals for every meal, and stop being scared of cholesterol, already in a month of doing that and not even really thinking about it and just eating more eggs and being a little less scared, your testosterone is going to jump up, and that's going to mean an increase in sex drive and feeling great and a lot more stuff. Other things to mention about eating is you should eat often. If you're trying to get fit, don't go on a starvation diet, because that's one of the worst things you can do for your testosterone levels. You need to eat often. You can snack on nuts if this is not ideal for you. Nuts are very good, and they're a good source of fat, and they're going to help you increase your testosterone, especially almonds. Almonds will definitely do a lot for your testosterone levels. So overall, on the diet level, stop eating so much shitty carbs. Eat more fat. Eat more veggies. I promise you, along with boosting your testosterone, you're going to have an increase in energy, and you're going to feel better. You're going to have some fat loss associated with that, which you'll see in a little bit also increases testosterone. So that's number one, and that's the most important thing. And doing this alone, if you stick to it and be smart, and like I said, I didn't cover everything here, so head to the show notes and you can learn more about how to eat healthy. So that pretty much wraps up the most important way to boost your testosterone. Step 1, changing your diet. And if you want to learn more about how to change your diet, head to menprovement.com/MPP011, and you can learn more about this, because we only grazed the surface. So the second thing you can do to start increasing your testosterone is to avoid harmful chemicals. Like I talked about before, the harmful chemicals that we are taking in every day through plastics that touch our food and our water and our home goods and deodorants and things like that are literally destroying our endocrine systems, lowering our testosterone, killing our sperm, and bringing us closer and closer to a sterile race every day. And it's scary. But obviously, I don't expect you to go out and be a hippie who doesn't eat or drink anything and, lives in a tent in his backyard. What can you do, legitimately, to still live a normal life in the society we live in, but avoid these harmful chemicals? Well, you need to look out for paragons and phthalates, and these are in most personal care products like lotions and shaving creams and deodorants. There's even aluminum in deodorants. This is a heavy metal. What you can do here is buy natural stuff. Honestly, natural deodorant works. I use it. There's natural toothpaste without fluoride. There's natural soaps. Go to Brickell Men's Products. Brickell Men's Products are really amazing, and I wrote an article about them, and they're manly men's products made by all organic material. They make body wash, they make shampoo, and they're all free from the bullshit. Another one you need to watch out for is a BPA. These are found in plastic bottles and plastic food packaging and even on common store receipts. And people say you don't have to worry about it, but the science is there. It proves that you do have to worry about it, and I've linked to sources. So what you can do is stop drinking so many plastic water bottles and get a water filter along with a stainless steel water bottle and use that instead. It's a quick fix. Pesticides. Pesticides are found on common fruits and vegetables that are unorganic that you buy at ShopRite, Stop and Shop. You really need to look out for these. They're literally they just absorb inside of them. And if you don't think they're having an effect, like people tell you, oh, they're not having an effect, you'll hear that on Fox News. It's because those people are paid by the people who produce the food. Honestly, the science is there. I linked to studies. This shit does affect you. What you can do is buy organic food, buy organic fruit. It helps. It will make a difference on your health, your life, and your testosterone levels. And here's a big bonus for you. Stop smoking. Seriously. If you want to significantly boost your testosterone levels, stop smoking. That alone is almost a must do because every day you're just absorbing harmful chemicals in each cigarette. It's hard, but you can do it. And if you're listening to this, then you have the desire to do so. Just make it happen. So that's number 2, and that's how you can avoid harmful chemicals. Number 3, exercise. This is a big one. It has been proven that lifting weights can give you a 40% boost in free testosterone levels. And in order to reap those benefits, you only have to hit the iron twice a week. I recommend that you stick to less reps with heavier weights. A 5x5 program consisting of 5 sets of 5 reps with the major compound body movements, including deadlifts, squats, bench press, pull-ups, and military press, will pump surges of testosterone through your body, not even right away, but for the days after. Overall, this is going to increase your testosterone levels dramatically. Bonus, go out and do sprints. Yeah, seriously. Sprints longer than 30 seconds, all out, 100% effort, have been proven to increase your HGH by 450%. That's not your testosterone. Yeah, I know, but that's awesome. If you're lifting weights and you're sprinting on top of that and you have 450% more HGH, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to be a machine. Number 4, lose body fat. This is easy. This is going to happen naturally because you are eating well, you're not eating sugars, and you're eating fats, and you're exercising and lifting weights now. So you're naturally going to lose body fat. And studies show that an extra 30 pounds on a 5'10" man can accelerate your testosterone decline by 10%. In a recent study, testosterone concentrates of young obese males was 50% lower than young males with a normal body mass index. That's astounding, and it's proof that more fat equals less testosterone, and I link to these studies. Once again, I link to everything I talk about in the show notes. Number 5, this one's fun, have more sex. Did you know that just having an erection is enough to circulate testosterone throughout your body? It's very cool. But having regular sex will also help to keep your endocrine system stimulated and boost those test levels. In turn, with increased test levels, you'll crave more sex. So the more tests you have, the more sex you want to have, and that will make more tests. I linked to all these studies that show how just the anticipation of sex causes a boost of testosterone in animals. There's another study that shows how testosterone increased after an evening of intercourse, but actually decreased after an evening of no intercourse. There's another study on elderly men which proves that the men who had more sex had higher testosterone. It's not hearsay. It works. Go out and have more sex. Number 6, avoid alcohol. Yeah, this one sucks. And if you're going out to have more sex, you might be drinking. You don't have to. But binge drinking and regular alcohol consumption suppresses testosterone consumption. It's proven. You don't have to stop drinking completely, but stick to 1 to 2 drinks a few times a week if you really want to indulge without wreaking havoc on your test levels. And if you must drink, stick to non-grain alcohols like wines, potato and grape vodka, and things like that. They're a little better than the beers. Number 7, which is incredibly important, is to get enough sleep. Sleep is essential for everything in your life, and it is no different when it comes to your hormone levels. When you're well rested, along with boosting your testosterone, you're going to recover from exercise quicker. So that's very important. This study shows that after only 1 week of 5 hours or less of sleep, you will show a drop in testosterone of 15%. This is after a week, and many people do that continually when they're working hardcore jobs in the city. So make sure you're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, even more. I think I read an article once that said every hour of sleep extra is a 10% more testosterone. Sleep is huge. You need it. Number 8, relax and chill out. De-stress. Stress is never good, and it's no different when it comes to your testosterone levels. Being overstressed causes cortisol levels to surge, and cortisol levels go the opposite with your test levels. As cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down, and it actually suppresses your natural ability to produce testosterone. Exercise is great for managing your stress levels, so is getting enough sleep. More ways to de-stress include improving the way you work. There is an excellent article that will improve the way you work, get more done while being less stressed, and I link to it in the show notes. The best way to de-stress is meditation. Meditation is powerful and will definitely go a long way to you relaxing your nervous system, lowering your cortisol, and boosting your testosterone. Try it. You honestly might love meditation. It doesn't have to be hippie style. You don't have to be a Buddhist monk, but it will benefit pretty much every area of your life. Number 9, take the correct testosterone supporting vitamins. This is big if you're nutrient deficient, and I'd suggest that you go and get some blood panels to see what you're deficient in. Don't just run onto the store and buy all these supplements because you might be wasting money. You might not be deficient in things. I would be very surprised if you're not deficient in vitamin D. That's the first one. Vitamin D is essential for so many bodily functions, and we're, as a nation, chronically deficient in it. Aim to take 6,000 IUs daily in the form of D3. This sounds like a lot maybe to some of you, but it's not. Tim Ferriss from the 5-Hour Body actually recommends taking 6,000 IUs upon waking and 6,000 IUs at night. This may be overboard if you're not deficient, but you probably are, so you can literally take 12,000 IUs a day until you get your levels up. Keep in mind that it might take you 6 D3 deficiency, so this is a long-term strategy. Vitamin C is another good one. It reduces cortisol in your body, and as we mentioned, less cortisol equals more testosterone, and this promotes an anabolic environment in your body. You can take 1,000 milligrams daily. You could take more, but that's up to you. Vitamin A has been shown to increase testosterone levels in men by the means of suppressing estrogen levels. I don't take vitamin A by itself, but I get vitamin A from natural fresh vegetables, including carrots. If you really want a lot of vitamin A, I suggest you juice carrots. That's a really good way to get it. Vitamin E is another building block of testosterone. And you can supplement it, or you can find it in foods such as almonds or sunflower seeds. Magnesium is a big one. Magnesium deficiency is another widespread deficiency in our country. While this makes you prone to stress and muscle cramps because magnesium is a big nervous system relaxer, it also starves your body's endocrine system of the vital material it needs to produce test. I would aim to get 400 milligrams daily. You can take this before bed because it will relax you and help you sleep. Zinc is a big one. Being zinc deficient puts a damper on your testosterone levels 100%. Like magnesium, your endocrine glands rely on zinc to get test production started. If you are deficient, aim to take 25 milligrams daily. Here's a bonus. There's a supplement you can go out and buy. It's called ZMA. You can get it at prosource.net, bodybuilding.com. most websites like that. It's magnesium and zinc combined into a supplement that actually makes them synergistic, and you take it at night. It increases the deepness of your REM cycle, so it improves your sleep. It gives your body the materials it needs to make testosterone, and it's just a really good supplement for you. It's a big one in the testosterone boosting world, and it's all natural. I recommend you check that out. Another one is selenium. Selenium is one of the big building blocks for testosterone that Tim Ferriss talks about in his book. To get a good dietary source of selenium, you can eat shellfish or you can eat Brazilian nuts. That's what Tim Ferriss talks about. 1 to 2 Brazilian nuts a day is enough to get 200% of your selenium intake, and you don't need any more than that. But I recommend, once again, that you get blood panels to make sure that you are not in a selenium excess, because if you are and you're eating more selenium, it's not good for you. So you want to avoid selenium toxicity. Omega-3 fish oils. This is a no-brainer. Everyone should be taking omega-3 fish oils and getting DHA every day. 1, because it prevents Alzheimer's, and that's a big thing that Dr. Perlmutter talks about in his book, Grain Brain, which proves that grains are terrible for you and good fats are good for your brain, prevent Alzheimer's, and keep you healthy and living longer. So omega-3s is essentially fish oil, or you can take calamari oil or other things like that, and they're great. They'll help you lose weight, they'll help your depression levels, and they'll help your testosterone production. I recommend taking over 1,000 milligrams of DHA a day. Look it up if you want to learn more. Okay, number 10 is not necessary, but this can really take your testosterone levels to the next level. It's taking testosterone boosting herbs, and I specify natural herbs. This is how to boost your testosterone naturally. Why don't I recommend taking supplements that are synthetic testosterone boosters? Because for one, if you take them for a long time, your body stops producing its natural testosterone. And you don't want this, because when you stop taking it, you have a fucking huge boost in estrogen, and you might even get man boobs, which is known as gyno. It's not the solution. If you honestly don't need test replacement therapy because there's something wrong with your endocrine system, you don't need that shit. I'm about to tell you about an herb that is the manliest herb in existence. It's absolutely incredible. It's called Tonga Ally Extract. This is the holy grail of testosterone boosting herbs. It is proven to increase your testosterone levels through the production of the Leydig cells, and to increase your free testosterone levels by a means of lowering your SHGB, which is your sex hormone binding globulin. What's really amazing about Tonga Ally is that the older you get, the more SHGB your body produces, which means the less free testosterone you have to use. But Tonga Ally actually stops your SHGB from binding to testosterone, so you can use all your testosterone no matter what age you are. I just watched a documentary, which I will link to in the show notes, about Tonga Ally extract, and it's really amazing. And they use it in Indonesia and Malaysia like crazy, because it's this incredible sex tonic and test booster that, again, is proven. And I wrote an incredible article on Tonga Ally extract with over 12 sources proving that it improves your sex life, it improves your libido, it increases your testosterone, it makes you feel good, it cures malaria and other diseases, and it's even been known to increase the size of your dick, which is pretty exciting for guys. So check out that article. I'll link to it as well. But Tonga Ally, don't just go out and buy it anywhere, because it's one of the most easily faked things out there now. Now that there's such a demand for it and people are starting to know about it, everyone and their mother is faking it and creating it in their basement. You can just grind up the root powder of Tonga Ally and sell it, but what you really need is the extract, which needs to be made in a professional laboratory. And they have these, surprisingly, in Indonesia and Malaysia. And I have a source, and this guy's legit, and I'll link to him in the show notes. And he actually gets it from the Sumatra jungle in Indonesia, from one of the most common manufacturers who test and micro-test the crap out of their Tonga Ally extract, and they're very professional. And then he gets it, he takes it out, he tests it, he repackages it. I believe it is the most potent stuff around. It's not fake. It does work. I have multiple reviews and testimonies in my article. And it will work for you. So if you want it, check out the show notes, menprovement.com/MPP011 and use Tonga Ally. The second herb is called maca, which actually doesn't really increase your testosterone too much, but it does kind of increase your free testosterone. But what I wanted to mention maca for is because it's a proven aphrodisiac and you might be interested in it. Definitely check out the show notes because I linked to an article about maca and other natural aphrodisiacs, and this stuff's proven to work as well. D-aspartic acid is the third, well, it's an amino acid that increases testosterone, and it's been proven to do so. It's all the rage in bodybuilding right now. You'll see it in tons of supplements, and many users report seeing a rise in tests up to 33% in as fast as 2 weeks. How it works is it helps your body to convert cholesterol and its natural resources into testosterone. You hear that? It helps your body convert cholesterol. So it's no good taking it if you're not taking and eating a lot of cholesterol. Another thing about cholesterol, if you still don't believe me that cholesterol is good for you, do you know that the reason people have high cholesterol is because they're not eating enough cholesterol? When you don't eat cholesterol, your body goes into overdrive and produces 5 times as much as it normally would. Why would your body produce something that is going to give it a heart attack? It's a fucking lie. Cholesterol is not bad for you. I'm sorry for ranting, but it's so annoying. If you eat a lot of cholesterol, your body stops producing so much of it. Your low and LDL, which is what's called bad cholesterol, goes down. Your good cholesterol goes up. Your brain function improves and your testosterone boosts, and you will live longer. People with higher cholesterol are proven to live longer. Yet still, doctors and pharmaceutical companies tell people that cholesterol is bad and you have to buy these and take these drugs to lower it. It's fucking crazy. And I'm sorry for ranting. I don't like to do that, but I just wanted to say that. So yeah, D-aspartic acid. It helps your body convert cholesterol and its natural resources into test. You don't have to take anything fancy. You can order this stuff straight up and just take it in water. But honestly, I don't take that. I think Tonga Ally extract is a much more powerful herb. So you can definitely check that out. So that's 11. I promised 12 ways to boost your testosterone naturally. All right, so I have a couple bonuses here. The first one is cold therapy. And cold therapy is actually taking daily cold showers and ice baths. In 1993, a study done by the Thrombosis Research Institute of England found that T levels increase after taking cold showers. And Tim Ferriss, in his book, The 4-Hour Body, talks about how taking ice baths daily helped him lose weight and increases testosterone. It's one of his tricks, and it actually works. Try taking cold showers from now on in the morning. They've been proven to boost test, ease depression, and promote better energy levels. It actually really works. And it's not too bad after like the 5th time you do it. The first time it sucks. And you could take a 10-minute ice bath every night. If you're like hardcore and you want like the highest testosterone ever, you can take an ice bath. But honestly, you can triple your testosterone without taking ice baths. Another cool thing, bonus number 2, is to improve your body language. Simply improving your body language will increase your testosterone. In a recent study, it was proven that when you portray masculine body language, it causes your serum testosterone levels to spike up to 20% in less than 2 minutes. That's really cool, and you can read more about that in the show notes. I sourced the article, which sources to that article. And some ways you could have masculine body language straight up is standing straight, looking people in the eyes, walking slower and confident, and taking up space. You know, it's kind of weird, but that is manly body language. And we wrote some good articles about how to improve your body language, so we'll link to those in the show notes as well. So yeah, those are 12 ways that you can triple your testosterone naturally. Or if you already have decent testosterone levels, like 800 nanograms per deciliter, you can get higher. So definitely think about this, because I'm telling you, testosterone is huge. And unless you want to be one of those guys that's becoming more and more infertile every day, you need to take control of what you can. You know, take control what you can. And that's it. That's all you can do. But if you're eating all this crap and you don't feel good and you're depressed and your sperm count sucks and, you know, you can't even get your dick hard, there's no one to blame but yourself. You have the information. You know what to do. Go do it. And if you enjoyed this podcast, I'll be doing ones by myself every once in a while. every 10 episodes when someone bails on me for a show. And I'll try to get you as much information as I can, like straight information, so you can go out and use it and improve your life. And I really appreciate you guys listening. Please subscribe on iTunes, and you can download these episodes on the podcast app on your phone and listen to them wherever. I would love to hear where you guys are listening to them and what you guys think about them. Feel free to leave me reviews, leave me critiques. Let me know what guests you want me to hear and what topics you want to hear, and anything else. Email me at menprovement@gmail.com. I really love you guys and all the support you give me. So that's the end of the show. Go out there and improve your testosterone and keep crushing it. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks for listening to the MenProvement Podcast with Sean Russell. Get more episodes, more tips, and download our free self-improvement ebooks at www.menprovement.com.